Grand final time. Who's going to take the 10 points and the big chunk of the $1,500? If Lin wins this, he's the new leader in the NetEase qualifier ranking. He would surpass Focus, who's currently at the top with 24 points. Lin at the moment has 16 points. Infi makes a big jump nonetheless. He's at 12 points currently, with the 8 points of the at least second spot. He's in the top 3 of the WGL race. And yeah, these WGL, Remo, was in the hands of the Chinese for a long time. Moon broke that curse in WGL Winter 2018, becoming the first foreign or non-Chinese champion. Since then, Infi took the first 2 qualifiers of the summer season. Then Moon took 2. The last qualifier went to Focus, and Happy won the championship in the summer. WGL in China, it's becoming a love-hate relationship. Like, they're not winning things anymore. Maybe Infi can change that.
Yeah, actually, the last 2 WGL main events in the grand final was no Chinese player. In the last 2, we had Moon and Foggy, and Moon and Happy. Korea and Europe taken over, but of course China will want to change that. Infi now, he's actually... Wait a minute. No. It's Lin playing a Farseer. What the hell? I was so confused for a second. It's Lin playing a Farseer against Night Elf.
Okay, interestingly, he's playing a keeper. We have the next donation by Muka. Thank you so much for the $5. Good starting position for Infi next to the Merc camp, especially Berserkers and Shadow Priests. Exceptionally good against Wolves and Harass, but this can be punished easily. And speaking of a donation, we have just the next one. Lin Guagua with a €5 donation. Hey Neil, did you enjoy the ASL final today? Absolutely did. It was a little bit more one-sided than I thought, but Flash winning this and continuing to dominate was great. And another sub by Picky with a 16-month. I'm here for way too long. There's no way too long for supporting and watching back to Warcraft, man. Don't you worry.
Shadow Priest being stolen here. Lin gets that, and this makes things a little bit hairy right now. Wolves are already here. The Farseer is showing up. Shadow Priest still holding on to the mana. Did he get the last hit? No, he didn't. He did not get the last hit. Detonate from the Wisp against the Shadow Priest. Draining 50 mana right there. But this is annoying for Infi right here. He committed a lot of Wisp repair, and he wanted to get the level 2 with this, but still not quite there. He needs 1 or 2 more kills.
Yeah, there's no entangle. So no stopping this Farseer from harassing. 1 more hit is a kill on the Archer. Could be his first blood. Can't reach. And a Wisp detonated as well for whatever reason. And another one dead.
Oh, the tech has started. Losing these Wisps now can be very painful.
Yeah. Wolves are chasing this keeper. He can only run away. There's still so much mana. Getting rid of a little bit of that thanks to the Wand of Mana stealing, which is of course more treants as well. Farseer is starting to drop, so in the next couple of moments he has to retreat, but great early for Lin. Tech has started for him as well. Pretty much the same time, so no speed build or anything. Cancels the Moonwell. That's so big.
Important to deny experience here, not feed the wolves away, otherwise the keeper is gonna get level 2, gonna make things a lot easier. Is the Archer gonna try to block in these grunts here? But there's not much damage against the grunts. It's not like they can easily be getting taken out. Is Lin gonna commit all the way in is the question. The keeper now so close to the level up, but wait a minute. He's dropping low. There's no Moon Dews anymore. He has to be careful now. Continuous heal from the Shadow Priest. If he gets the last hit, that's finally level 2. No, he gets the deny!
Nice.
Lin!
So nice. If only I had Chain Lightning, but no, just more and more wolves. This early tier 1 harassment pays off so well. Can he finally get a mercenary for his efforts? He's creeping up, he's getting level 2. What an act of desperation. Infi's blocking the entrance. That is nice. Reveal now though, and more Moon Juice used. And the grunts are in that base again. At least he has Entangle now.
So 1 grunt's gonna die. Second one could be perhaps falling as well, but no, not gonna try to commit for that. And okay, Lin is gonna back up. But boy, That was a painful early game. Honestly, Infi doing a good job here, holding on, not losing too much. But he doesn't have many wisps left.
How is this lumber? Like, Hunter's Hall is so late. He has 3, 4 wisps, if I see that correctly.
Yeah, and you definitely want the Hunter's Hall. You want the Dryads. Dryads are great against the Farseer. You can basically do nothing against them, aside from, I suppose, right clicks. Second hero, Shadow Hunter for Lin. This must be a Windrider play then, right?
Could be Grunt Shaman. There's a lot. Serpent Wards, Grunt Shaman.
Against Dryads, that's gonna start falling off really, really hard though. Okay, seems to be pretty timing based. From Infi we have the Alchemist coming out now, gracing the Night of Army with his presence. We're gonna have Acid Bomb first, I assume. Wolf still being annoying, still harassing in the main, seeing the lower timing, and almost getting the Wisp.
It's really close. Oh, actually Beastery. Beastery, so it's Raider Shaman, not Grunt Shaman.
So Shaman just against the Entangle, I guess. And
Treants.
Okay, cool. Cool. Certainly off meta. Dude, we have seen so many off meta builds. Really refreshing.
What is meta anyway?
Meta is the most standard build.
No, I mean, I know what meta is, you idiot. I mean, what build is meta right now?
I never know with you, dude.
Just because I don't know memes doesn't mean I don't know anything.
Meta is mass hunts into expansion for the Night Elf and mass grunts with Shaman on the Orc side, with the Blade Master. Still the meta. But yeah, it's much more diverse nowadays, not so easy to predict anymore. Creepjack coming in, Entangle, can perhaps find something. Keeper wants to get the last hit, doesn't get that, but the Grunt in trouble, and Lin's gonna TP out. Too dangerous of a Creepjack here. He's gonna keep all of his forces alive after having gotten the heal pot. Gets back to the main.
The second lore is really late as well, thanks to the lack of lumber of Infi, so he can't overwhelm with Dryads. Gonna be interesting how good his Dryad micro is. Of course, we see it from Moon all the time, and that is pretty much as good as you can play Dryads. If you're not as great as Moon, then Dryads are not that good, obviously, as well. We have an early War Mill for upgrades. I like to see that. If he has the lumber and everything, which he should have. Heal wave first on Lin's side, by the way.
It's gonna go into Serpent Wards as well. Against Dryad's Hex, really just a massive waste. Oh, the Lionhorn. That's very good. We always like that item nowadays. What the Farseer is doing here looks a little bit risky, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Against Entangle Acid Bomb, without a staff, without a TP, definitely.
But the Keeper's super low mana, so I guess that's not gonna happen. But normally this Farseer has kind of an expiration date in this matchup. Against Human, he can still be good in the late game. Against Undead, he can still be pretty good in the late game. Against Orc, a little bit iffy. But against Mass Dryads, he is pretty poor. However, we're kind of far away from Mass Dryads, because Infi opted to go for heavy Mercs and Archers. So actually, the lifeline on the Farseer is still pretty long, I guess.
This Alchemist super tanky at 11 armor. That was his weak spot before the ring change. Like, to be able to be killed with physical damage super quick, but not anymore. Heal Scroll Invul as well. Good items there. Heal Scroll for Lin too. Adept upgrade on the Shaman. Almost done. Shadow Hunted level 3. Talisman of Evasion. Can have a better one. Ultra Vision upgrade here. Kodo is coming and 5 peons moving out, but they will be intercepted.
Right. First really big fight of this game here. And Lin, does he want to engage? I guess he has to. It's close to his main. Farseer is not quite yet level 3. He's so close! The level 2 Chain Lightning against these archers could be pretty nice. Speed Scroll, engage. He can use these purges aggressively if he wants. But on what? Berserker seems to be the best target here. Purge, Entangle, easy kill, and that's level 3. Chain Lightning. Nope, holding on to the mana.
Decide to go for Chain Lightning level 2, of course. Against Dryads, these wolves don't do anything. And Tangle, and that's exactly what we said before. Big heal potion. Was this kind of a bait? I don't know, man. Chain Lightning rocking through. Raider about to fall. Good focus fire by Infi thus far, but a lot of piercing damage coming in. He has no Serpent Wards in this fight for some reason. Using all his mana on the heal wave.
Starting to come out now. Pretty even trades here so far. However, it is actually Lin with a sizable supply lead now. Gonna get one more archer. And the Dryad as well. Oh, barely saving it. Heal spray now coming into play, but it doesn't seem like Infi has the firepower here anymore. This isn't that much damage. But then again, grunts are starting to drop very low. Shadowhunter for Lin is close to out of mana. Level 2 Serpent Wards, in fact, not level 2 Heat Wave.
Heal scroll for Lin now.
Oh, he's so rich. 500 gold still for Lin. After the heal scroll, at 50 supply already.
Constantly looking for upgrades, but he's not going for them. Alchemist kind of low. Moon Juice completely empty. Keeper going level 4 very soon, and that's pretty much his limit.
A player's forces are under attack.
Still hanging around here. It feels like there's an expansion somewhere for Infi.
Yeah.
Of course, we can tell that's not the case. But Lin may be thinking that that could be on the way.
Yeah, it's good
Transition's
scouting
coming.
with wolves. But he's not going for that, just pushing, I guess.
Yeah, Mountain Giant transition is coming. But of course, no tier 3 yet, no upgrades yet. Uh-oh, the Ensnare on the Alchemist. This could be a surround over here. Does he get it? Taunt trying to prevent, but no, the Alchemist is ensnared. It's surrounded. Could be getting staffed up, but the Keeper getting blocked. The Keeper getting blocked, but he does make it in time. And the tower's cancelled. Not even cancelled, killed off. The Wisp doesn't even come back out. And the crisp timing right now by Lin. Infi isn't really ready to fight without the Mountain Giant upgrade.
Yeah. Acid Bomb hits big time in the front row. There is more heal wave though. Big tanks in front with Mountain Giant and Alchemist. And the potions, of course. Things are starting to drop low for Lin. And yeah, it's no level 2 heal wave, so 4 units about to die. He's committing too hard to this.
I love how he's bringing the Wisps as well, possibly against the speed scroll. But yeah, that was a bit of an overextension. 2 grunts and a raider died. But also, Infi lost some units. But he bought time now. Force tier 3 for the MG upgrades, which are about to finish.
Orb on the Keeper as well. Plus the level 4. No real upgrades for Lin. Of course he needs some more units. He's not producing anything. What's his plan now? Of course, like he needs heal scrolls and stuff. But this is a lot of time for Infi.
I think earlier after the first big fight, there should have been time for an expansion for Lin, shouldn't there have been? Clear of the natural, set up the base, and then control the map. But maybe for that it's a little bit too late now. Next Rock Golem camp here gonna be taken, level 4 for the Shadow. That's a big level up for him. On the Night Elf side, it's the same camp. And level 4 for the Alchemist, which is also good. Certainly good. So we mask for him. Second Lion Horn is gonna be sold. I'm surprised he's keeping the Talisman on the Shadow, actually.
A player's forces are under
Yeah.
attack.
I mean, he has enough gold. He doesn't need to sell it. It's always okay-ish to have. As long as he doesn't need the gold, why sell it? Claws of attack +9, also not the best. Items here really not impressive. So is the backline for Infi. He has 4 Dryads, and apart from that, pretty much nothing. Is that enough damage even? I mean, Mountain Giants are ignorable.
Wisp here at the gold mine. That looks to be Infi's expansion attempt. Looking for the Orc expansion at the same time with some scouting Wisp, but no. Lin is just going into upkeep, looking for a fight again. He got no heal scrolls. There is some in the shop.
Yes,
Could go for 2, but it's going to be satisfied with 1.
He has the level 4 now, so heal wave is a lot better.
A town is under siege.
Then, I don't know if that's the right timing. He's only now building the burrow for 70. And the expo is not paying off yet. Could wait a little more. At least he forces the town portal as Lin is again pushing into the base. But Moon Juice almost full to the brim. Engine of War down, that was nice. But what's the next target? It's so hard to poke into this base.
It's also a shop missing. Like, if this is a fully dedicated attack by Lin, there should definitely be a shop behind this.
Yeah.
Not really expensive.
We could expand behind this even.
Yeah. But he's, like, not doing any of these follow-up plays. Just all-out smork into the main. Doesn't want to commit into these buildings. It's going to be hard to find around the Ancient of Lores in the shop. And snares on the Dryads, though. Those result in easy kills. First Dryad's down. And it's tick damage here from the Dryad slow, from the Acid Bomb. Heal Spray as well from the Alchemist. Heal Scroll already committed, that's the only one. Alchemist is surrounded after the Ensnare, but he's got a lot of armor. And still that Invul and the Staff. So it's hard to take him out, but still a better target than the MGs, I guess.
Yeah, at least it forces some consumables or so. Grunt saved by the last second heal wave. Shop is about to fall. It could be a big deal to deny potions. And Raiders take him out. But again, everything is so low for Lin. Another heal score, man. You called it. Would be so perfect right now. And he's starting to lose stuff. The rubber band flipping in his face. One mountain giant is down.
Oh, yeah, completely out of mana now. Lin has to fall back again. Ooh, is there going to be any exit kills? Entangle? Something?
He was so fast by microing against the taunt. It took him a blink of an eye. Expo is up though.
Yeah. And pretty impressive how Infi keeps on holding. These are scary attacks. He just weathers the storm, he waits and waits and holds on. And then the Dryad and Keeper poison damage really start adding up.
But the Shadow Hunt is getting close to 5. Farseer not too much, but he doesn't do anything at this stage of the game anymore. Keeper also close to 5. Alchemist also close to 5. And now it's time for the big camps, as it seems. Waiting for the heal scroll money. Now he could sell the talisman.
It's a little bit more experience here from these treants. Closer and closer to level 5.
But this is double level 5 for Infi.
And a big item. If he's fighting outside of the base though, Infi is gonna have a tough time using any of his mana. He's like mostly out of mana. Pendant of mana on the ground. Can pick up that, but still, only 150 on the Alchemist. Defending the expansion is gonna be much harder than defending the main.
And he needs to defend this now. Lin is pushing, was scouting with a wolf, and punishes this right away. It's only 3 raiders though. 61 supply against 56. Infi building a bigger and bigger army, but is it enough already? Chain Lightning as a little hello. No TP, right? How does he want to get out of there?
Gonna kill the tree first, and then look for the fight. But yeah, Infi doesn't want to take a fight. Keeper getting purged and ensnared and focused, but also massively healed up by the heal spray. Still though dropping low and will have to TP out of this. And the Dryad does die there as well. Great attack by Lin. Gets so much done and didn't even lose a single unit.
Yeah, underestimated the damage of his, or overestimated Infi, whatever. So this is more time to roam across the map, to own this map. What can Infi do at this point? If he doesn't want to fight, which he absolutely does not, with a 10 supply difference. He can't go to the shop because Lin is controlling them. He can't really creep anything because the upper part is completely creeped.
It's mass expo time. Good old moon style. We have one in the bottom right, one in the bottom left.
Lin is scouting it with a wolf.
Yeah. Wow.
And with a
actually
peon.
sees them both super quickly.
Oh, nice.
Town is under siege.
So, Lin, ideally he would like to cancel this with very little commitment and then keep on forcing fights with his main force.
This wolf, is it enough? I don't think so. Nope. In the bottom right, he does it with a tower. And he's poking
That's
into the
pretty
base
cool.
gate. Reinforced defenses, I like that, especially for towers. 0-0 still on his unit. Shadow until level 5.
Does he go for Snakes or is it the heat wave?
Snakes.
Alright, in we go. Ensnare's flying. First Dryad pretty far forward. That is an easy kill. Especially with these 50 damage Serpent Wards. We have seen it time and time again. Nice detonates from the Wisp. That was a lot of mana drain, but it looks like Lin isn't even caring anymore. Lin didn't bother to split this at all. He's feeling so strong, but he kind of overextended twice into this main already, losing more units. Lin dropping in supply, going once again into the front line with low HP targets. Dude, he's losing quite a few Raiders and Grunts over here, and he doesn't have the damage to kill these MGs.
Seriously, there was 5 units killed at the start of this game. Here's number 6. Grunts are falling. Alchemist and Keeper and the Mountain Giants, they prevail. Maybe Serpent Ward 3 wasn't the biggest, the best decision. GG! Infi takes map number 1. With Heal Wave, they could have lasted a little longer, do more damage, but it's the old tale of once there's 3 to 4 Mountain Giants, you can't deal with them anymore. Maybe at one point going Wyvern would have been an idea, just to have more damage, especially with if there's some way to go for Envenomed Spears, but
yeah, with this opening, it's so tough to deal with MGs. Like, the only good way to deal with MGs usually is Blade Master, Ensnare, and perhaps a couple of Grunts. But without Blade, Wind Riders, they also do very little damage against the medium armor and damage blockade stuff from the MGs. I guess he needed to finish this game sooner.
Yeah, didn't work. Also, the Shaman, what did they really provide? There wasn't this purge focus that we see a lot from, like, Soin, for example. More against human, though. But yeah, it was basically a Dispel unit, right? Against Treants. That doesn't do too much at all.
Pretty much. And yeah, I was expecting on tier 2, aggressive Hex play. Hex, Wind Riders, Speed Scroll, take down all the units basically that are on the field, and then overpower before MG tech comes in. But yeah, no, not quite the case. So I gotta say, pretty impressive play there by Infi. He held so many times in the main and kept on repelling Lin when it seemed like the game was almost impossible to hold on to.
Seemingly easy as well, right? Like, he wasn't struggling too hard after the early game, I feel.
Yeah, and even willingly gives up the expansion, realizes that position is too hard to hold, and still wins that game. Pretty cool. Of course, it was a prime example of the Farseer's issues in this matchup. Maybe pretty good early on, but is very, very bad in the late game.
Yeah, if there's magic immune units who can dispel, that's the hard counter to a Farseer for sure. Nice in scouting, but the expansions were not a game-winning move here by Infi.
So for our second map, we're going to have Terenas Stand. Most likely a different strat here by Lin. He tried the Farseer once. Don't think he's going to try it again. This was the map where first we saw Shadowhunter first coming into the meta. But sadly, that seems to be pretty unpopular nowadays.
Well, maybe here he can do it with a very dedicated push. You don't want to get a very long and worn-out game against Infi, maybe. And then he can push it here too.
Infi will most likely be looking for the 2-base play. This is, after all, a really good map for it. And Infi is definitely a 2-base player. Over his career has preferred that style almost always. So here we go. Map number 2. In the top left, we have Infi as the Night Elf, the surprise here of this grand final. And Lin in the red as the Orcs. Would be quite the surprise if Infi takes this game now off racing. He did that earlier, of course, defeated 1-2-0 with a 3-1. But that was 1-0, trying out some builds, playing some unusual styles. That was not the best that we've ever seen from 1-0, by no means. And Lin kind of did the same, kind of went for a bit of a curveball strat game 1 with a Farseer. But I imagine something much more streamlined on map 2.
Yeah, I agree. Should be Blade Master, I guess. Wouldn't surprise me here. Yeah, it's a decent Blade Master map. Or everything else would surprise me, actually. You can creep the middle, get a good Blade Master, maybe steal the upper left, steal the big ones at the gold mine for Infi. We have a Keeper of the Grove again, as it's common. And a Blade Master for Lin.
Rarely, Lin will play aggressively with the speed scroll right away on tier 1, on level 1, try to abuse, creeping on the other side. However, against Night Elf, over time, that turned out to be completely fruitless, as Night Elf adjusted, not going for the Mercamp anymore, instead started going for the Merchant. But now, Infi goes back to the Mercamp creep first, which is a little bit greedy, is a little bit risky, but he's going for this calculated risk, knowing orcs don't scout early game. So he's just assuming that the Blade Master will be busy himself, and seems like he's gonna be right here with his read.
All right. So what is Lin doing? The Voodoo Launch here, usually used for creeping the Mercamp as well, but with the Blade Master, how does that work?
He's probably gonna go for the Slippers first, get heal cells, and then for the Claws, I imagine. That's a pretty popular opening build here. But the Mercamp, I guess, could work? With only one Grunt, though not that easy. Oh, and he gets the Slippers. That's a perfect start he was hoping for. And, oh, look at how it's precisely lining up perfect with the second here to get the item. Beautiful. Heal selves. And yeah, going to the middle now.
A player's forces are under
Keeper, big mana, Scroll of the Beast. These are the amazing items here at this camp. Other ones are also pretty good, but those are the best.
Lin
right.
is going the upper route, expecting a shop creep. Meh, walks into nowhere.
The nice thing about going for the Mercamp as well is that the Orc can't steal the Shadow Priest away from you, which is something we have seen quite a bit actually recently. That means Lin doesn't have an answer to the Entangle here. And Grunts are especially endangered. Oh, he's almost seeing that Tree of Life down there. And the Keeper kind of draws him to that position, so that's an easy cancel.
Yeah, even with Entangle, Grunt is here, damage is enough. There's more Entangle though, but he gets the cancel anyway. But he's so hurt, has only one more Windwalk, soon to be 2.
Doesn't try to go for the Grunt there either, knows it's not going to be enough damage with only one Entangle.
Tech is halfway done though for Lin, or
Yeah.
half attack ahead. No expansion, no Hunter's Hall yet, no second Engine of War yet. Infi's game is not too perfect.
Absolutely. Good harass by Lin, slowing down the early expansion plans very well. Comes at a price though, and that price is experience. Blade Master still only 20. Hard to see him hard carrying this game. But still, scouting things out. Entangles around. Okay, but there's a thing called Windwalk. So it's gonna get out. But so much time bought. I would say this is a successful early game for Lin.
Yeah, I definitely agree. He must have the time for the middle now. Pimping the Blade Master further is already at 5. Keeper not, like, pretty far away from 3.
Gloves here as well. Blade Master, his inventory is starting to look pretty nice. Levels, still an issue. But you can power creep on Terenas pretty well if you have enough time to do this. Keeper going for the natural, finally setting up the Tree of Life. Has to put it on the spot, of course. At this point, it's too late to go for a bit of a proxy one. So, is this expansion too late? Not necessarily too late, but it's certainly below average, I'd say. So again, this is what was achieved here by Lin in the early stages. Another cancel would be tremendous for him. But that one's gonna be hard to make work, especially now with a level 3 keeper. Oh, he's got level 2
Players'
treants
forces
though.
are under attack.
And the inventory is great.
Oh, there's no entangle mana.
It's a
Blade
cat.
Master's still healing. Blade Master's... Oh, he's almost got level 2. Look how close he is. For the stats, that would have been nice, but he's not gonna risk it. He doesn't know where the keeper is, how much mana he has. With 2 entangles, that could have been a kill if it was level 2 entangle. We, of course, know that's not possible, but Lin doesn't, so Lin plays it safe. And it's gonna just creep up himself now, the Shadow at the Merc Camp. That's gonna be nice and quick level 2. And Alchemist second for Infi.
Again, Shaman. So there's gonna be a push at some point. Mental of Intelligence, oh, blah blah blah. Great for him as well. Blade Master's playing with the thought of going for the Expo again, but Keeper pretty much a gatekeeper right there. But that's so much time for the Shadow Hunter. I think he can get a fast level 3 with Expo and green. And then go for a push already, because like there's not a single hunches. Second Engine of War is super late.
Yeah, it's now soon to be time to decide for Lin. Does he counter expand or does he all in push? These are basically his 2 options. Canceling the Ancient of War from the blade, that's a big deal. This further delays Huntress production.
I mean, the Shadow Hunter with wards is really not the best thing against archers. But still, like, if there's no hunters, then the grunts will reign supreme. Big rock, paper, scissors thing here. Uh-oh, the Keeper finds the Shadow Hunter. Has mana for an entangle. Not committing. But for this Expo, that should be doable. Purges come in. Both treants down. And that's not enough damage anymore. Nice arrival of the Shaman.
But if the Alchemist and the main army swing by, this is definitely going to be a cancel. There will be a TP to get out as well, so this will be cancelled.
He cancels that AOW again. It's
Well
so
done.
big. It's so big.
A player's forces are under attack.
But now in the south, fighting without the Blade Master. Oh, but these archers are easy to kill.
Yep.
Speed Scroll, grunts coming in. But with the Keeper and the treants on the other side, this will be a cancel. And not too expensive just yet. Only 2 archers. Blade Master could go for a Telestaff on the opposite side of the map and make his way across. But he's not even concerned. He's like, yeah, whatever. My second hero can do this by himself.
And he does. With his level 3, with good inventory. And of course the Serpent Wards. Well played by Lin. Now, kind of a signature move of his, going tower first and then try to get the expansion again. And yeah, there's there's no mass. You need so much mass as a Night Elf. Almost a surround on this Alchemist. He's trying, but without Hex. It's a little too hard.
And the tower doesn't even get cancelled either. Just 1, 2, 3 purge. All treants are gone. And the counter expansion would certainly be late now for Lin, but I don't know that it would be too late. There was so much harassment and kills going on. It's Infi still at only 43 supply, and not much bank either.
Not when did we ever see this? Like, he is at tier 2 for a long time. Killing production buildings is, in my opinion, still an underrated move in Warcraft. Like, Foggy played it so well at some GCSs, and Lin is most likely winning the game because of it. It's of course always a big commitment, as you see on the progress on the Blade Master, and can't do it with every hero and every unit comp. But yeah, if you cripple production, this is always so rough.
Alright, Lin coming in with a big attack now. This is pretty scary. So many units being lost earlier by Infi. This is not all in though. He has the expansion coming up behind this. I like Lin's position a lot in this game. Is he just going to be able to click down this Tree of Life? Mass Wisp coming out for the repair. Pretty bad position now for Lin, to be honest. Especially with detonates against the Shaman. This could be scary, but he's trying to reposition. Grunts. Are they still trying to go for this tree? Big commitment by them, and now in a very, very tough spot.
They need to fight everything, and Lin with his range can't really commit because of the Wisp, or couldn't really commit because of the Wisp. Level up for the Alchemist, big acid bombs coming in. Blade Master takes care of these archers, close to level 3. And now the Grunts are in a way better position once again. Healing looks great with the Shadow Hunter, full mana.
Oh, level 4. Wow, that's a quick level 4. And that level 2 here wave now is so insane. Finally, level 3 for the blade as well. And what does Infi have? It says 46 supply, but I don't know where it is because it's not here in the army. It's just a tiny amount of units. Oh, but again, everything's dropping low. Like we saw in the previous game. Grunts are starting to fall, but the surround almost on the Keeper.
Kind of blocking himself right there. One more click is a kill. Whoa, he was at the shop getting the potion. But this should be the time for the rest of the Orc army to kill this expansion. In the meantime, he's setting up his own one. Even the Scroll of the Beast, and now it's a guaranteed kill. With that heal wave, perfect usage of spells and items. If he can escape now without too many losses, that's his game.
Yeah, absolutely. He gets the tree kill, which is usually already GG. And guess what? On top of that, the Great Hall across the map is about to finish. It's gonna be scouted by a Huntress. If she dies to the tower, that would be hilarious. But Infi actually pays attention to this. But this is a horrible, horrible position now for Infi.
He needs a super crazy all-in, but how? Like, yeah, he has 2 engines of war now, but he's supply stuck at 40 with the loss of the tree. He can't contest this for a long time.
Now, I think he has to get back to 2 bases and draw this game out, go for super heavy upgrades and scrolls and stuff, and then hope to win at like 70 versus 70 or something. But there's no way he can fight right now. There's no way he can fight for a long time. Finland's just cruising. Great Hall done, even repairing the tower a little. Heroes getting closer to 4 and 5 respectively. Blade Master's inventory is a dream.
Yeah. And he's safe as well with the invul not being the super glass cannon. Infi, can he do something with staff and treants? Like, split attacks, buying time for an alchemist, level him up, buy time for mass. Keep Lin at his side of the map, pretty much.
Yeah, I think that's what he has to do. Go for these evasive plays, buy time.
And that's what he does best for so many years. There's still an opening, but Lin kills the engine of war again when Infi is at 38 supply.
A super tough spot. Almost impossible to win this game here for Infi. Let's see. Perhaps he has a few tricks up his sleeve. Oh, Sapper! That's supposed to be the trick. Oh, is that enough? Peon's repairing. Going for the tower. What?
Okay, interesting. GG. That didn't work. Nice play by Lin. Tying up the series 1-1. We're down to a best of 3 in this monthly final of WGL. Crazy how this got out of control fairly quickly. Good pressure in the north. Bad start for Infi.
I think the level 1 harass really went a long way there in that match for Lin. So important to cancel that Tree of Life. That expansion timing is what it's all about usually in this matchup. If it comes up super early and the push for the Night Elf hits early, that is oftentimes a game winner. And if it's too late, then it's easy to deal with that Night Elf army.
Alrighty. What maps are next? We don't know the vetoes again. We have seen Twisted, we have seen Terenas. And the next one is Northern Isles.
Pretty good Night Elf map, I guess. You get level 2 Keeper right away. Normally, if you go for the Ogre Magi and stuff. And expansion also certainly accessible. Also a good map, though, for the Orc to start heavy creeping on, if he does have the freedom. Judging from the last game, if it goes standard versus standard, it looks like Lin has the massive upper hand.
I think so, too. Pushing into bases on Twisted is maybe not the best idea. On other maps, that's more doable. Expanding here, also tough. Needs a good distraction. But I feel Lin, like, he's so used to the Keeper now that it's really not an issue for him to get rid of treants or dodge evasions and stuff. He's just he became really good against the keeper.
Yeah, I think Lawlight has been doing a great job adjusting to this new school style of orc with the counter expansions, with the big armies, with the big, grunt and shaman forces, with super late gameplay, super heavy upgrades, massive armies with heavy heal scrolls and stuff. It is still very much so doable to win this matchup as Night Elf with Keeper Hunts, but it's not as simple as you just expand, produce a 65, A-click and win. It's not that easy anymore. So you have to be a little more thought out.
And Infi is starting his engine of war in the north, not to the right-hand side.
Yeah, we're starting to see this more and more. Has the benefit, of course, of being closer to the expansion, having faster reinforcements to that point. To me, it still seems like the Ogre Magi camp is better, but apparently a lot of Night Elves, much better Night Elves than me, disagree. Does have the big downside, though, of obviously not giving you level 2 right away. But it also doesn't cost Wisp Repair, so it saves you a lot of resources there. Has some upsides and downsides. Oh, and look at the opening by Lin. He is looking for instant Blade Master speed scroll aggression, and he's absolutely expecting the Ogre Magi camp first. And that's also something that this Ancient of War build is good for. It is safer.
Yeah.
Blade Master Harass won't do anything to that, or at least won't steal any creeps from that.
Interesting how Infi is changing it up from this not safe Engine of War position and creeping to this the safest thing he can do, pretty much. And Lin will walk into nowhere. He's scouting with the peon, but he's gonna be halfway there already when he sees, oh damn.
And Lin is still not making a barracks. He's gonna tech without barracks, as it looks.
Yeah, we're used to seeing this with Farseers. But with Blade Master?
Okay, pretty cool. So his early game idea, Lin's, for the harass over here is not gonna work. So now it's gonna be interesting to see how does he adjust? How is he gonna respond to this? Double heal selves? No, only single heal self. He has so much money still left over. Okay.
Almost no.
Wants to save that 100 gold, and there we go. Quick tech before the barracks. Barracks will most certainly still be coming. I at least assume.
He got the circlet for the money, by the way. And now, yeah, he needs to get some kills in the middle. Or he's still level 1 keeper. Can you just pressure him with Windwalk? He has a clarity. He has a lot of Windwalk. Nothing to block, of course, except maybe peons, but you need them for lumber.
Oh, if the keeper now gets the barracks cancelled, that's really annoying.
Oh yeah. He has treants, of course.
That is gonna be such a pain in the balls.
He's not seeing it.
Doesn't commit. Should have been able to get it though, shouldn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. With 2 treants, for sure. I think he just didn't see it.
If he swings around, I think now it's too late. Now the barracks has 700 HP. Now it's over.
Halfway through only. Okay, he wants the peons. Or the burrow. But not really committing. He's hesitant a little.
No, it's just distracting. He wants to get the Tree of Life coming up in the north. And this is a pretty easy play to read. When the keeper is just running circles around your base, not doing anything really. Very likely there's a Tree of Life coming up somewhere. And the keeper's going to be level 2 here in just a second. Waiting for the archers to finish the Flash Eater. And there we go. Has Entangle now. Makes everything much easier.
A wise man just told me always kill the Flash Eater first.
Yeah, he didn't do that. And look how much archer damage he suffered because of it.
Reason for that is, of course, Flesh Eater eats flesh or corpses to heal himself up again. And if you kill him first, there's no corpses. Huh?
Blade steals the slippers. It's a mental victory. And of course, also very good on the hero. So this expansion timing is going to be faster than the previous one, but it's not ridiculously fast. It's not insanely quick. But it's pretty good.
Get Sentinels. I don't think it's enough damage, especially with Entangle. Has no grunt here, unlike last time. But tier 2 is done. Fast Shadowhunter, fast Shaman. With super low blade, of course. He sacrificed the entire BM progress for this fast tech.
Perfect Sentinel. Nice usage. So he went 1 Huntress into Sentinel. So basically the upgrade just for this camp. That's pretty interesting. Well, also gonna be valuable if the Blade Master does decide to commit for the tree.
He stole the item as well, right? Lightning Shield?
Oh yeah.
So
How do you feel about that item, Neo?
Huh?
How do you feel about that item?
Very, very good, especially against Hunters. And Archers. If there's no Wisp nearby, of course. Still feel it's a little too strong.
Lightning Shield feels too strong?
Sometimes. Against some races and some... Like,
Really?
on this map, I don't think the position is very good to find this item. Hello, Lightning Shield on the Magi to get rid of these Treants.
Oh, last hit. Denied with the Entangle. And the second Huntress perfectly comes out in time to have the second Sentinel. Cool. This is pretty cool, man. This is a nicely lined up build. But now the Keeper is out of mana, and the Blade Master is free to look for some last hits here of his own. Archers, though, with the other two, get away. Ancient of War, cancel time again.
There's no Entangle this time. He could go for it. And he's not greedy here at all. Tier 2 is almost finished as well than Alchemist. This game is a lot better for Infi than the previous one on Terenas. Is it counter expansion time? Then sometimes a little too greedy when it comes to these Great Halls.
Yeah, earlier he went for the counter expansion rather late, after the 4th Burrow. Not exactly late, but not as early tier 2. Gets the level 2 Shadow from this camp. And level 3 on the Keeper now. That is pretty strong, but of course the counter to that has been added into the Orc army with the first Shaman there already, the second one out. 2 Shaman into Adept training is what we usually see. Goes for 3 Shaman actually. Wants to make sure he's not going to be overpowered by these Entangles.
Attack by the Blade against the Entangled Gold Mine. That's of course a way to deny mining, while buying time for the Shadow Hunter on the bottom left-hand side of the map for this big consumable.
Is it enough damage? It's pretty close. With Wisps here, he could perhaps repair, but there's no Wisps.
How are there always no Wisps?
It's the most important against Skeletons. Here it wasn't that painful. Oh, but guess what? We have Huntresses going into the main, into the burrows. Oh boy. That hurts a lot. 1 burrow down. 2 burrows down. About to be 3 burrows falling. Mass repair too late. Oh, Jesus.
He might lose every single one.
So supply stuck now.
He's seriously losing every single burrow.
And that's something we almost never see, but Infi finding a great opening here. Did cost him quite a few units.
Totally fine though. Blade Master's still busy with the Entangled Gold Mine. And Shadow Hunter alone, yeah, he can hold this, but still damage done. Also Shaman suffering. Do you really want them on the field? Oh, Purge now. Can you do something about this? With another Purge, maybe a Surround or so. Acid Bomb hits nicely. Needs the Purge for the slow. Nope, walks it off. And he's playing this.
Blade Master?
So nice.
Is he gonna try? Oh,
yeah.
It's kind of dangerous.
Got it. And staffing home now.
It wasn't just the burrows killed though, also a lot of peons died. Yeah. So it's really hard to remake those burrows now. That looks like a checkmate move right here.
Oldest play in the book. Killing Orc burrows.
Yeah. Still a thing, even in 2019. Especially by Infi, I guess.
2 Shaman left behind to prevent this next Treant attack. Builds a burrow at the gold mine. And now, is there a chance to kill the Tree of Life? Otherwise, Infi's gonna be at 70 supply in no time, and then the game's over.
Shadowrun is level 3. These kills actually added up. Blade Master's level 2. This is surprisingly strong right now. These 5 grunts, barely any shaman, but Serpent Ward still.
Ooh, halfway down. No repair by Infi. He's evacuating these. On the other side, no TP.
Yeah, he has to buy a TP. Speed scroll, go for a TP. Or is he really gonna try to do it without a TP? That will be pretty greedy. Oh, he's trying to do it without a TP. Okay.
That's a killed barracks for sure. And the second burrow here.
Actually, not even the barracks' fault. Dude, Lin knows so well he's not breaking a sweat. Just like, okay, I can run back. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Full mana Shadow Hunter, he's diving for the Shaman, takes one down to 50%, Acid Bomb connecting nicely, but the Hunters are standing in the middle of these Serpent Wards and they are pretty good, getting purged as well. Double kill for Lin to start things, and the Shamans are still safe. Alchemist, again low. What a flawless reaction to this push.
Using every burrow into winning the game. Damn, Lin. Yeah, turned out this heavy Hunters and Archers sacrifice wasn't quite worth it. It looked so good.
And again, Infi is supply stuck as well. He has decent gold. He has still 2 production buildings. And he can't go up to 60, 70.
A player's forces are under attack.
Blade Master and the Grunts both going to the main. He's just gonna go for the Tree of Ages. That would be quite hilarious.
Oh, that worked on the left-hand side. Let's go in the main as well. Okay, now the barracks falls. Shadow Hunter alone isn't enough.
The town is under siege.
Oh, nice kill. And nice save. He's investing mana and all, but he's not losing units. And yeah, you're actually right. He's going for the Tree of Ages. He lost the Moonwell. He's also supply stuck. Infi tasting his own medicine, and he does not like that one bit.
At the moment though, the Blade Master and Grunts are stranded in the Night Elf main without support. Oh, the shop coming up in the bag is actually so cool.
Yeah,
will be cancelled, but can perhaps set it up again.
Oh, Shadow Hunter, if he has a heal scroll, nah, cancelled it. Shadow Hunter's not coming. He did. What did he do? Something at the shop or so?
Yeah, he moved too quickly. He cancelled his own staff. Slight mistake.
Potion swap. Keeper and Alchemist both at 50%. Here's the Shadow Hunter now. Can block and set up Serpent Ward. There's a TP on Infi. Needs to go for it now. Level 2 for the Alchemist. Finally. Man, low supply game here. But he's stuck in his own base.
Yeah, he had to do that though, otherwise he dies.
It's a lot of time for Lin to set up a shop now.
Yeah.
Looking good for the Korean. Shaman sees the expo coming over, but it's not mining, so it's all good.
Wisp detonates. Could be really good though. Gonna hit one. And with that, basically all the mana's gone already. Level 4 Shadow though, that's pretty good. And the shop is gonna be cancelled, but once again comes at the cost of Hunter's lives.
And maybe the Keeper as well. There's another Purge. Blade Master puts in the damages and Windwalk Purge again, backstep, and that's the kill right there.
Wow.
Level 3, what an execution. This Alchemist is pretty much the last man standing as, yeah, Hunter's okay, but they will be taken out. What to do now, Infi?
I think there's only the double G's left in this game. But the Tree of Life is about to start mining. I guess he doesn't want to give it up just yet. However, Lin, at the same time, behind all of this insane pressure, he's got a great haul coming up, and I don't think Infi's going to have time to cancel this.
He has
Altar destroyed. Has to be a tavern revive.
A player's forces are under attack.
37 supply remaining. Infi still not mining from there. And the Blade Master and the Purges. Name a better duo.
Oh, he even thinks of the dust against the Hunts. But now Hunters is collapsing from multiple sides. Not too many units here left, but the Hunts, they're all hurt. And more Purges, more and more kills.
He's so fat right now. Infi is just donating things into the meat grinder. That's Lin's army. GG. The Chieftain strikes back again. Coming from a 0-1 into a 2-1. And match points to be the second Korean org to win a monthly qualifier for WGL Winter.
And that was a really impressive game. Lin's early game read was a miss. He wasn't able to harass the camp there, and then kind of fell behind from that. It was a fast expansion, pretty fast one by Infi. All burrows fall, and Lin just comes back. Lin doesn't care.
Super sick. His comebacks are out of this mind god tier. But
yeah.
How is it that in every game he finds himself in a position where he needs these great comebacks? Very rare for him to dominate a game from start to finish, you know what I mean?
That's kind of true, actually, yeah. He has a tendency of falling behind at least a little. Earlier against Soin, it was oftentimes the case as well. Yeah, I wonder why.
You can ask him next time we see him. Lin, why do you fuck up your early game so much all the time?
Well, to be on Terenas, he never fell behind. That was just a super straight up easy game for him, and here in the final. But yeah, it does happen sometimes, certainly to him. He took, of course, a gamble in the last map. Didn't pay off, but he worked his way back. It's so nice to see him in this shape again. Yeah. I hope he's finally gonna be playing his A game at offline WGL as well.
Yeah,
it has been way too long since we saw him in a grand final.
I'm not too sure, but I guess this or next month, we have a next event. Could be a nice test of strength for these guys again. For the Infis and the THs and the Lins, in what kind of shape they are. And of course for the young and upcoming players as well. If there's next qualifiers, we will definitely cover them if they're not colliding with anything else. Even though a lot of people will shit on us again because why is there no sound? Because it's a restream. Why don't you cast with the sound on? Because there's Chinese casters. We don't care!
You remind me of Dave Chappelle right now. Accusing the audience.
That's not a good thing. I heard his last program sucked, apparently.
What?
That's what I read today on Twitter, but you know, it's Twitter.
No, I didn't think so. I think it was pretty good. I think Chappelle is a master, but I think he's not necessarily lazy, but his style is that he like trumps with his flow and with his just presence. I don't think he puts very much work into writing his jokes, actually.
So it's basically like us.
I don't think we're that talented.
Match points for Lin. This would be 10 points. This would be the lead in the NetEase qualifier ranking. Or, if this Blue Night Elf from China wins, then we go all the way to the game 5. Echo Isles it is. And it's again a Keeper of the Grove for Infi. One trick pony, pretty much. And here it's no Farseer, it's a Blade Master again, but no barracks.
Yeah, again with the Voodoo Lounge aggressive play rush. This is extremely good if the Night Elf is taking the calculated risk of going for the Merc Camp creep. This is the perfect opening. But that's not the case. So kind of early game build reads, Infi always gets the upper hand. Every single game, basically. But as we saw, that doesn't have to mean much with how well Lin has been playing. And it's still going to be annoying for Infi. Blade Master is going to show up. It could be worth considering going for Entangle first here, actually.
We say that a lot also on Last Refuge, but no one does it.
He's not using Treants yet, though.
True.
Just kidding.
Nah.
There we go.
Cast his curse.
Players' forces are under attack.
Alright, the Blade Master changes it up. Sees, okay, you're not doing Merc Camp. I guess I'm going to be holding off on my aggression. Gonna go for his own, hopefully claws here first. Circlet, also nice. And the tech coming in, Burrow behind, and Barracks following that one. Again, a Barracks cancel could be really good for Infi. Blade Master's trying to distract. Oh my god, the stutter step. What? He's blocking him and damaging him at the same time.
Are under attack.
Maybe he grew a third arm or something, or a second hand on the right arm. This was so crazy. Down to 60% HP already. Not summoning Treants, not harassing this. The barracks is intact. And it's a good opening for Lin once again.
The peon is trying to distract here at the green camp, but can't do enough. So this was to be a level 2 for the keeper. But still, making things more difficult. Oh my god, if he gets the last hit.
A player's forces
Nope.
are under attack.
But wasting more time. Oh my god, Lin. How are you so good? How are you so good?
He's in tip-top shape today, that's for sure. Level 2 finally, that's Entangle, and that's finally some peace and freedom for the Keeper of the Grove. He just wants to chill, man, but there's this ugly greenskin chasing him every time.
And the cool thing about this build is you have the Scout Peon, which you should try to keep alive, and now the Scout Peon can always be looking for the expansion.
Yeah.
See it coming up early, and then cancel it, possibly fairly easily as well.
Infi with the sneaky engine protector. There's no expansion. There's no second engine of war. He wants to push early. And he's going over right away.
We have seen some distraction single AP attacks before. Could be that, or it could be a full-blown all-out AP all-in.
Player's forces are under
With the
attack.
2 hunters here now, does Lin know?
Yeah, it is kind of suspicious. Shadowhunter second. It's only 1 AP so far. The really scary thing is when suddenly 3 or 4 APs show up out of nowhere. But it's only 1. Spirit Lodge in the back. More grunts on the way. Losing
And
the shot
4
here,
wisps.
A town is under siege.
This is a pretty big commitment, man. No backup, no second engine of war. Shadowhunter's only at 50% though.
Blade Master here is eating some fire. Is there a dust on the Keeper? No, no dust. Ah, but he has Sentinels, of course.
Infi was pretty frustrated a couple of years back when Lin was constantly defending his human tower rushes. Would be quite funny to have the same situation 2 years later, but with different races even. Just Lin the wall.
It's actually going for Hex. Aiming for the Keeper right away. Oh, is that gonna work though? We have Dispel Wisps here around already. Almost a surround. Wow, he gets the 4 units surround on the Shadowhunter.
Oh, he didn't pop him out. Needs to fight out now. Lots of Dispel. This SH has no value as he's dead and Entangle on the Blade Master. This looks really good for Infi. No mana thanks to the detonate and no way out thanks to the reposition. Double kill for Infi.
And that could be it. Maybe. And pretty big mistake there by Lin. When you commit in with a Hex and Speed Scroll like that, you have to bring the Grunts. The Grunts were just chilling in the back, not doing anything. And they're still chilling there. Of course, now it's not time to go out. Keeper's out of mana, but he has a shop coming up in the back. Clarities will be available soon. So important to have the Wisp there for the Dispel.
That was a sick surprise, man. Lin had no idea this was coming. GG.
GG. Single AP push. Enough.
Yeah. Was
Quite
enough.
surprising.
Pretty cool.
A little impatient by Lin, right? He could just have waited to make a few more Shaman. He could have let the shop fall, make a new one in the south, and kind of turtle and hide behind the burrows. It was only 1 AP. It's not like burrows would have died so quickly. But yeah, overextending there with the Hex run-in. And nice punish by Infi.
Nice to see that this goes full distance. That means after the game we can immediately jump into W3IL, Cascade versus Firestalkers. Remo's clan will play. Remo, will you play as well?
Maybe.
Maybe we will see Remo play. After this, of course, Last Refuge is the map to decide it all. Wasn't it a 3-2 in the last qualifier? No, it was a 3-0, right? By Focus? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very one-sided. But between Infi and Lin, it's always really close.
And the last map here, that can be a pretty tough one for Night Elves to face, especially if they're not that familiar with this matchup. Infi, obviously, no Night Elf main. But he does play random a lot in his free time, in quotes, on stream. Not really free time, I suppose.
Cool that Infi is not giving this up and he actually cares about winning and stuff in these open qualifier and this pro qualifier. So let's decide this. Who's gonna get the 10 points and the big chunk of money? Yeah, last refuge, Infi in the bottom left, Lin in the upper right. Time to decide.
Is it gonna be the no barracks play again? That would greatly surprise me. You can go for such a strong opening here as Orc, harassing on level 1, covering the map with the Blade Master and the Grunt. No, he's not doing it. Did you see the min-maxing there? Before he has the little bit of gold, he's gonna pick some lumber to pick up 1 lumber before making the barracks. Every single thing counts.
No, didn't see that. Was busy with other stuff in the bag. But now I'm fully with you. Everything is set up. So yeah, this looks like a normal game so far. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is skipped. Nothing like no one is taking too big of a risk. And then it's the old game of, will Infi get the expo up? Question mark. When will he build the second engine of war? Can he get that Huntress? We haven't seen this big 70 supply Huntress army in this entire series.
Yeah, never really had the opportunity to, or finish the game before that. So it's gonna be the first green camp here, being grabbed by the Keeper. Normally nowadays, the way this goes for the top Night Elves is after the green camp, they will not go to the next green camp close by, but rather change directions, go into the north and head for the Orcs natural, because the Blade Master will be close by, will be denying creeps at the Murloc camp. So the adjustment to this from the Orc side is Grunt is going to be scouting for that. That should normally be the way this goes here early, unless Infi, being sometimes very imaginative, has a different idea here. As you guys know, I'm fascinated by openings, so I'm going to look very closely at what happens here. And okay, actually goes for the Murlocs now next. And yeah, Lin, he's expecting
A player's forces are under
something else maybe?
Yeah, I think he's expecting the Keeper to run over, as you said. Not harassing at all. Shop now, second burrow, tech on the way.
Yeah, but with that, basically, Lin gives the Keeper level 2 for free, which normally wouldn't be the case. And I feel like he missed absolutely an opportunity here.
The Grunt definitely has to retreat now with the level 2. Scouting with an illusion. And trying to get the Priest as well. Distracting here only. Can he trigger a Entangle? No, not really.
Oh, and
And
snare
now he's
on the
getting
Grunt.
Creep Jack. Yep, and Snare on the Grunt. Entangle on the Blade. This could be a disaster for Lin right away. No reveal though.
He actually goes for the High Priest. That's so greedy. Are you serious, Lin? You can't do that.
Windwalk is about to expire. He needs to run away. Infi is taking too long for this Trapper, but he really wants this Trapper. Oh, and
Entangle?
Windwalk expires. He's not getting anything. Can he get in range? No.
Wouldn't he have died to an Entangle?
Yep.
Oh man, lucky break for Lin.
Yep.
This early game, not perfect. Normally, if you play this early game perfectly, it's a really good start for Orc, but
All of a sudden, level 2.5 Keeper with +5. And
forces
tech
are
is
under attack.
not even that far ahead for Lin. Yes, there's also no expansion which you need. There's also no second engine of war which you need. But if he gets level 3, and he will, then that's really nice to hold.
yeah, this is a
Much everything.
great early game for Infi. Much, much, much better than it should be on this map. And there we go. At least Grunt Illusion scouts this level 3, and now Lin has to realize, uh-oh, this is a little bit dangerous right now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yumiko and Infi winning a big-ish tournament at one weekend. What year is it? If this continues this way. Would be nice to have a super fight, right? Between the winner of the Pro Qualifier and the winner of the Open Qualifier. Oh, that
Super
would be
fight?
so juicy.
Between these two, it certainly would be. Keeper staffing onto the Wisp, and hello, Blade Master. He's dead.
Yeah,
He's dead.
Nope.
Oh,
Ah,
he is.
there we go. Ah, yeah.
Sick inventory, by the way. Pretty good for the Keeper.
And with Treants, you can just take this out, man. Infi, everything is pretty much flawless from his side. So many archers as well. So much pressure. Expo now. Lionheart of Stormwind.
Oi.
How great. And again, Shaman. But the Blade Master was actually blocked by the Shadow Hunter, who was in production. Nice steal. Nice play. Nice catch. And double Ancient of Wind, Remo.
Okay. Could be Talons. Could be Hippo Riders. If he plays Hippo Riders, then all bets are off. This game is still very doable.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Einstecker Fuchs, for the 5-month resub, saying whoop.
It feels like you always catch Reinstecke Fuchs because you like his name so much.
I do.
It jumps into his eye, into your eye always. It's okay.
Level 2 Shadow, though, up on the high ground at the lab. Good experience right there. Healthstone as well, not too bad. But guess what? Creep Jack again. Uh-oh. More kills to be picked up. At least one grunt. Reaching for the second entangle. Oh, doesn't quite get it. So that grunt is a goner. Dude, Lin is getting smacked this game.
Seriously, like, game 2 and 3 were so good by then, and then Infi is like, okay, man, I won't tolerate this. I will finish you now. Tower push, and now this. I mean, it's Lin's own fault. As you said, it's seriously Hippo.
A player's forces are under attack.
There is no bestiary, right? It's coming now. So Bad Riders will be late.
Actual Hippo Riders, dude.
Oh my. Seriously, it would be a little embarrassing if Lin loses to Hippo Riders. After this game, of course, I can't understand. No, I can't understand why he's going for that. I think Talons will always be better.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% will be. It's just he wants to play Hippo Riders.
You know how much I like my double minus armor, Remo.
Oh, yes, I do.
I'm a little
I do.
disappointed now.
Maybe he's gonna add him in once he mounted all the archers.
He can't find kills, but Lin is in a position close to the expansion. Might be able to punch, but nope. Infi knows apparently where he is and can snipe the shaman. That's big.
Against this strat, Hippo Riders aren't even complete trash. Like against Raider Walker, Hippo Riders are ridiculously awful. But here, what can kill him? What can attack him? Only Shadow Hunter and Shaman.
Well, soon to be Bad Riders.
Soon to be Bad Riders, but they survive one Bad Rider.
If you unmount during the explosion, do you take damage or does it disjunct?
I think it's disjoints, but I'm not exactly sure.
Okay, let's wait for the two Bad Riders. Will that justify the means or not? Oh, shop needs repair.
One archer here, at least gonna be picked up by the blade. Nope, never mind. Here's the Hippo Rider. Nice save. Of course, Hippo Rider is always with the issue of having low damage. Blade Master though, the entangle is good damage. Healthstone saves him.
Keeper just
reposition.
Yeah. Can be healed. Here comes the Bad Rider. Still so much damage. The grunt don't do anything. He has one more bad here. He's not producing more. Oh, now he is. Oh wow, what a demonstration of force by Infi. And what a lesson for Lin. Do not give Night Elves a free level 2 keeper.
I really don't understand why he didn't go for the strong build. Must be a reason, but doesn't seem to be working out for him. Double bats. Could be a lot of damage. Whoops. Oh, that one barely survives. 19 HP.
Nice micro as well by Infi. This one you can't just deny, right? I mean, there's no way it won't get sniped.
He's got good moon juice. You can heal it up.
No, I mean the hurt Bat Rider.
Ah.
I mean, it can heal it up with itself, I guess. Hero focus maybe, no, always a potion. But a little out of position now. This time the Alchemist is not that tanky. Bat Rider coming in. That was a good one. Needs these last hits. And Infi's force is slowly but steady diminishing. And we have a level 3 Shadow Hunter. Infi, was that a little too much trolling?
When you're playing against Hippo Riders, there's always a way to win. Is my mantra. Doesn't matter how much supply he has. It's 4 supply that are effectively worth like 1.5. No, it's not true. It's definitely worth 2, but it's not worth 4.
Should be nerfed to 3. Or buffed to 3.
Oh, you could do some sick supply cheating then. Like go up to 80, mount the Hippo Riders, drop back down to 60, and then, you know, make more army.
That would definitely be a foggy play. Okay, he still wants mass Hippo Riders. He still wants this to work. More Raiders now, and the attack of Lin. This will be defended, of course. Mass Wisps here. This Engine of War is really important to him. Some fond memories, I guess.
Yeah, but Lin, I mean, he's got 40 supply against 68. It kind of tells the story here. I know Hippo Riders and all, but Lin needs some forces as well.
He can't really creep anything on his side on the map, so he's gotta move out at some point.
74 supply. My goodness.
He's getting upgrades now, so at least they get a little better. Of course, not marksmanship better, but...
Yeah, Infi could go tier 3, but doesn't want to. Not yet. Shaman getting easily sniped. Kind of easily. Acid Bomb on level 2 now is also hurting the grunts quite a bit. Another one dies. After that, Shaman. Bad Rider. That's going to be a big one. Booyah!
Don't really understand why Infi is not going for armor upgrades instead of attack upgrades.
Because he wants damage, Neo!
Okay, that of course I can understand. But level 3 for the Blade Master now, but that's not enough. Lin taps out, and finally, after a long drought of 2 WGL main events and 3 WGL qualifying events, a Chinese has won something again, and that is Infi claiming the 10 points and $700, I think, around that. Lin second, Soen and 120 third.
Yeah, some interesting games today. Certainly a lot of unusual strats in there, but still impressively done by Infi, taking out 2 of the best in the world with his off race, man. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, exactly. Two games, 2 times off race, different off races as well. Orc against 120 and Night Elf against Lin. I'm trying to update the Liquipedia table at the moment, so you gotta talk something.
Yeah, so that concludes our WGL for today. The August race is over. So who's actually the point leader now?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to show you at the moment, but I have to update Liquipedia.
So Lin got 8 points, right? From second place. Correct. Lin got 8 points. So he's getting up to 24, tied with Focus. And Infi, he was down pretty low, but he gets 10 points now, and it's up at 22. So Lin and Focus both shooting up very high. Lin and Infi. So it's Focus, Lin, Infi, and 120 at the top with 20 or more points.
All right, I almost got it so I can show it to you guys. Just need to refresh the cache. And I think that works.
Of course, we're not done for the day, guys. Don't tune out yet. We're going to have W3IL starting in just about 15 minutes. And then we're going to see who wins Cascade or Firestalkers. As you guys may know, I'm a member of Team Firestalkers, so maybe I'm going to be playing. I'm not going to spoil the surprise just yet. But we'll
It's gonna
see.
be it's definitely gonna be fun. So here's the ranking again for you guys. Focus not on top anymore, I guess. Oh yeah, he still is, right? With Infi.
Yeah.
With 22. Okay, so Focus Focus Lin 120 Infi. They're all in good shape. Foggy needs to step his game up a little. Moon definitely has to step up his game for the next qualifier. He's down here with 11 points. Things are starting to get dicey. TH also struggling with the point at the moment. Foggy as well. But there's 2 more qualifiers. We're only halfway through with WGL. Of course, we have American qualifiers and European qualifiers as well. We don't know when. We take a little break for 15 minutes roundabout. I'm going to play you some music. And then, as Remo said, W3IL Cascade Best of Russia versus the Firestalkers. Stay tuned. Check out links in the stream description. Thank you, Axley Quit, for the 5 month. Feel free to check out the ways to support us or our social media. We get some food, but then more Warcraft action here. On back to Warcraft. See you in a bit.